Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. We are back again with one of my favorite videos to film, a visiting bookstores in video. We are back in Chicago. There are so many bookstores in Chicago that I have been wanting to see, so we visited yet another neighborhood in Chicago to do some book shopping. I did not film an intro pre to this, so we're going to do pretty similar to what we did in my Austin video. I went with my best friend who did some filming for me, which was really great. I love her so much. And we got to visit 3 bookstores here in the Logan Square area. All of the bookstores are relatively walkable. We did walk to all 3 of them. We did go on a Sunday. Here in the summertime, there is a farmer's market in Logan Square. So it was a little bit busy at one of the bookstores in particular, just because the farmer's market was right in front of it. But it was still such a really great time, and we were still able to do lots of book shopping and have a good time, and the weather was perfect for it. So here is me the other day book shopping with my bestie. So that was our book shopping adventure. It was so much fun. One of the bookstores was really close to this coffee shop that I absolutely loved. It was like a horror themed coffee shop. And if you guys know me, you know your spooky girl loves some spooky stuff. So that coffee shop was so much fun. I'm so glad we stumbled upon it because I'm definitely going back. The coffee was pretty good too. So if you are going to try and go to any of these bookstores, I would highly recommend this coffee shop because it was really close to the first bookstore that we actually went to. So as you guys saw, the first bookstore that we went to was Skunk Cabbage Books. This bookstore was so cute. I absolutely loved it. I don't know what I was expecting going into this one, and maybe it's the name of it. I just wasn't really expecting a whole lot, but this turned out to be so cute. I really loved the little detail that they did above each of their sections. They had like these cutout genre names for each of their sections. So they had like a nonfiction, a fiction. It was like just such a cute little detail. The layout of the store was just so cozy. They even had like a really small kids section. They had a lot of really good new releases. They had LGBTQ books, horror, thriller, mystery. Like they had a really good selection. It was a small store though, so I wouldn't go expecting you're going to be able to find every single book. but they did have a really good selection, and I'm so glad that we got to visit this one because this one was actually my favorite of the three that we went to today. The coffee shop was right across the street from it, so I would highly recommend stopping to get a coffee and then coming to this bookshop because it was just such a vibe. I absolutely loved it. And as per usual, you know I love to pick up a book at every independent bookstore that I go to try and support. And I did pick up 2 books actually from this one. So I ended up picking up Not Quite Dead Yet by Holly Jackson. This one I'm super excited about because I did read her young adult series, A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, and I really enjoyed that one. So I'm really excited to get into a not young adult book by her to see how her writing compares. I'm hoping it's going to be good. I've heard a lot of great things about it, so I'm really excited. And then I also got my best friend, her baby's first birthday is coming up, so I got him this Little Dragon's First Taco book. I thought that was so cute. The story is so cute, and I had to get it. But this was a cute little place, and I highly recommend stopping if you do find yourself in this area because it was honestly just so cute. The next bookstore we went to was called City Lit Books. This one was actually one that I had been so excited to check out because I had seen it so many times driving through that area, and I've never actually stopped in. So this was my first time going, and I'm so glad that I finally got to see it. Like I said, this one is right in front of the farmer's market. So if you do happen to go and it's still farmer's market season, just beware that bookstore will get packed because it was pretty packed. But it was honestly just such a fun vibe, and they had pretty much a whole bunch of stuff too. They had some cute merch. They had lots of books, lots of genres. They had a kids section, a cooking section. Like they had pretty much a good, well-rounded like variety. I think all of these bookstores honestly had a good variety of books. It wasn't catered to like more niche things. Like as we've seen in the past, I've come across some very niche bookstores, and these were all very well-rounded. So no problem finding any books in this one. Honestly, I think this one was my second favorite. I just like the layout, and I would really like to check it out one day when it's not super busy because it was kind of hard to kind of like get the full effect when there was just so many people around. But this one was really nice, and I did also pick up a book. I ended up getting The Bright Years by Sarah Damoff. I've been seeing this one around a lot. People have been really raving about this one being really good. Lots of 5 stars for this one, so I'm very excited to read this. I'm also just in the mood for kind of like a fiction book. I feel like because of summer, I was reading so many romances, so I'm ready for just like a regular fiction book. So this one I've heard really good things about, and I'm really excited to get to this one. So that was my little haul from City Lit. And the last bookstore we ended up going to was called Open Books. This one, I do think they actually have 2 locations, but what's really great about this one, it's like a community nonprofit bookstore. They had so many books. This place did have 2 floors, which was really great. The second floor was just stunning. It was very airy and light because of the windows that they have up there. The exposed brick just made it feel so cozy upstairs. They had such a huge variety of books. They had Blake Crouch's first series, the Wayward series, I think, and I wanted to pick it up, but they didn't have the first book in the series. They only had the second and the third one. So I didn't pick up that one because I wanted the full series and not just the last 2. But I'm on the hunt for Blake Crouch's first Wayward series because I've heard a lot of great things about that one. And you guys know I love Blake Crouch. But what I did end up getting was Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil by V.E. Schwab. You guys know I love V.E. Schwab, one of my favorite authors, and I could not wait to pick this one up. But I was finally able to get it, and I actually got it here, and I'm so excited to get this one. This one's also a signed edition, so love that for me. But very, very, very excited to get to this one, especially now that fall's coming, because I do think this is following 2 female vampires, or one of the characters a vampire, or something like that. But I'm so excited because the vibes for this are coming up, and I'm so ready to dive into some more fantasy books after a summer of romances and thrillers. It's going to be very nice to get back into the fantasy genre, and I'm so excited that I finally got to pick this one up. But these are the 3 books that I ended up picking up. I'm so excited to get to all 3 of these books. I'm really trying to, whenever I go to these bookstores, buy books that are on my radar, especially with all these new releases coming out. My list is never ending, but these 3 books are ones that I really wanted to get, so I'm very excited because I know I will be getting to them soon, and I'm trying to avoid buying books that are just going to sit on my TBR forever. So I'm very excited with this haul. I'm so excited to get to these 3 books, and as always, I recommend these 3 bookstores very highly because 1, Gotta support independent bookstores. It's so important. They deserve all the love. These three bookstores were just really great and had a lot to offer. So if you're in the Logan Square area here in Chicago, I highly recommend you check all three of these books. What's really nice is that they're all pretty much down Milwaukee, so it's really easy to walk to all three of them, but specifically the first two were very close to each other. So definitely recommend. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, I would love it if you guys would like, comment, subscribe. Let me know down below if you've read either of these books and which ones I need to very much prioritize because they were that good. So I do hope you guys enjoyed. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.